I'm excited to be back with you guys. Just wrapped up some vacation and Mother's Day stuff. Just got back home, started up my spring tour back, giving you guys some insight on some spring ball coverage. Make sure you follow me on Twitter if you're not already at Real News 102. For those that are new to the show, this is The Rundown, and I am your host, Drew Johnson. My goal is to provide you guys with exclusive interviews where we talk ball, recruitment, and more. Just giving you guys the rundown on what you need and want to know. And today, we're back with another riser in the state of Florida. A 2025 tight end prospect goes to the Villages High School or Villages Charter. My apologies, guys. Beautiful facilities out there. This kid is, essentially just blew up on the recruiting trail, man. But, he's got offers coming from the likes of Western Michigan, Navy, Appalachian State, and more. They're just flying all across social media. And we'll get into that and more. But, excited to have him on. Welcome to the show, everyone. Jonathan Harden. Yes, sir. Just quickly introduce yourself to the people, man.
Yes, sir. I'm Jonathan Harden, class of 2025, tight end from the Villages, and I appreciate you having me on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I said, man, we've seen this kid dominate at some of our DR7 tournaments this offseason. Definitely deserves the exposure. Huge tight end prospect. It'll be a gem at the next level. So, just our goal for this episode, just to give you guys a breakdown. We'll do a little off-season talk. I know you played 7v7 with Team Showtime. We'll talk about a little training and workouts you've been doing. And we'll transition to a little bit of recruitment talk when we'll wrap up with some spring ball. And as you guys know, I'll throw out my Drew's Fast 5 questions for Jonathan, and we'll get a little insight on what he's thinking. So, yeah, let's jump right into it, man. How's the offseason been for you? As I said, you've been getting a lot of love from some of these Division I colleges who believe in your upside, man. Just talk about how's that been for you.
Yes, sir. I'm very thankful and blessed. My recruitment's starting to pick up. I definitely put in a lot of work. I'm just thankful now it's starting to, people are starting to notice it. So, yes, sir, stuff's starting to pick up. I've been working hard, and I'm glad people are starting to notice it.
Yeah, they definitely noticed it. And we did too. Like I said, we seen this kid dominate at a DR7 tournament here in Florida. Plays with Team Showtime. Man, do you feel like 7v7 kind of challenges your game? Being a bigger body out there. And just talk about some of the other things, maybe you've been putting in work in this offseason.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I would feel like 7-on-7. I love it because that's some of my skill set really showcasing against really good talent, because I feel like that's kind of my upside is my pass catching ability. So I can kind of go out there and, maybe body some little guys, be able to showcase a little bit of my athleticism for my size. So I definitely 7-on-7. But as far as off season, I just got done with track before spring football, so doing that to get my speed up, continue to train, try to get that extra burst in the open field. And then 3 days a week I've been in the weight room, and then routes on the weekends and stuff like that. So I've been working.
Yeah, man, you answered kind of a lot of my questions. You heard the kid, he's in track, trying to get that speed up. Has a big body. What's your height and weight right now, man? What, 6'4", 225?
Yes, sir. Right around that.
Yeah, y'all see it. I'll put the highlights in there. My boy definitely a physical tight end for sure, and he got that track, pick up that speed. So just talk about, man. What do you have a trainer, or do you just work on? You just got there. I know your brother's a quarterback. What do you train on at the moment? Like you said, I know you're a tight end. If you put that, definitely a lot of catches. Do you work on your route running? Is that something you like to work on?
Yes, sir. Yeah. As far as like speed and strength and conditioning, we got an awesome guy at the school. His name is Isaac Charles. He works with us for the football program. He's awesome. He's great. And then over the summer, I even worked with my speed. Tim Montgomery was a former Olympian, so he's awesome when it comes to speed. So he definitely helped me a lot. And then I love working on my routes. Obviously, my brother, like you said, is a quarterback, so we got pretty good connection, and we always go out there and work. And we both love to work, and that's something that we have in common. So we have a good time doing that.
Yeah, Jonathan, let's talk about your skill set here a little bit, man. You're a versatile tight end that can, be a receiving piece here at the next level. But for the college coaches that's watching and for the readers later on, just break down your game a little bit, man. What do you do well, and what do you feel like separates yourself from other prospects at the position?
Yes, sir. I feel like what jumps off watching tape and whatnot, what I feel confident in is definitely my pass catching ability. I feel like that's my kind of elite attributes. I can be flexed out as a receiver. I play a lot of receiver for our high school even. I feel like I can beat guys one-on-one routes. I feel like my size gives me a little bit of advantage when going against smaller corners, and then the linebacker, I feel like I'm just kind of a little too fast for a lot of the times. And then I definitely feel I'm a physical blocker. I like to block. That's something I like to do is just get a little dirty. And I feel like I kind of got that, aggressive nature in me for sure.
Yeah, and you really hit it right on the head, especially with my notes, man. When taking a look at that film, it is a lot of you catching the ball, right, and showing off that decent running, but it's the physicality that really stands out. You can be a red zone threat, and add that extra blocking component, like you said. But in your words, man, what can you provide? You're getting a lot of love from these D1 colleges. What can you provide as a young tight end prospect at your position, man?
Yes, sir. I would definitely say just my competitive nature. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to compete. I'm going to work my butt off. I'm going to bring a lot to the table when it comes to, being a willing blocker, being physical, being able to, not be scared or back down from anybody. And then I would definitely say I have some elite, talents when it comes to catching the ball. So I definitely feel like I can help a team's offense in terms of stretching the field at the tight end position.
Yeah. Yes, sir, man. Definitely want to just break down your game a little bit. I'll throw in some highlights for you so that people can see that it's the real deal. He's not just on here talking, you know what I mean? Definitely has 6'4" frame, 225-pound kid. Still has another season, to really tweak his frame wherever he wants to. Has a track background. Man, just a physical tight end prospect that you guys are going to get your eyes on here in this fall. Just wanted to wrap up that. We'll transition to the spring talk, to the recruitment talk. My apologies. Like I said, you've been blowing up, bro. I remember when we first got some coverage on you, you had a couple offers, but now you got like 20 plus, you know what I mean? It's like, I think 16 D1 offers. Let's give the people some of the legit offers you have and that you picked up this offseason.
Yes, sir. I would say I have right now Memphis, App State. I got Delaware, Kent State, Arkansas State, Army, Navy. Yes, sir. That's to name a few.
Yes, sir. And I'll put that graphic on there for you. My boy put out a nice graphic recently with some of the offers he has. But let's talk about where are some of the recent visits you've been to, man. I seen you on social media as well, posting some pictures with some of these coaches. Just talk about some visits you have and some of the coaches that's been coming to visit you.
Yes, sir. As far as me, visiting other places, I've been to Memphis. I've been to Arkansas State. I've been to Toledo. I also have an offer. I've been to Arkansas State, like I said. And yes, sir, I've been to USF as well, and Liberty, and yes, sir. And then that's the name of it. I've been. And then when it comes to schools coming to see me, Iowa State just recently see me. Memphis just recently see me. Miami was there the other day. And then, yes, sir, that's the name of a few from this past week.
Yeah. And we'll try to condense it for the people a little bit. Who's been showing the most love lately, just more recently, and we'll break down some of those schools.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I would say Memphis has been showing a lot of love. I'm definitely a priority for them, and I definitely value that. Arkansas State's been showing love. Kent State, Delaware's been showing a lot of love. Yes, sir. I would say those few.
You say Penn State?
No, sir. Arkansas State.
Arkansas State. Okay, so I got Memphis, Arkansas State, and Delaware. What was that other one you said? Was that just the three you said?
I think that was just three.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, we'll break down those three schools for you guys since they're showing my boy the most love. Definitely, you heard him say he's been out to Memphis, and they came to see him as well. So we'll start with Memphis. You know what I mean? How's that relationship with that coaching staff? What coach have you kind of built up a relationship with? How was the facilities? You know what I mean? And how do you see yourself fitting into that program?
Yes, sir. I would definitely say I have a strong relationship with the tight end coach, Coach Salem there. He's a great guy, very high character. man. I really look up to him in that sense. So it's definitely something I connect with him there. Coach Silverfield's a really cool coach. He's really, awesome guy. And the facilities are great. They're beautiful. I can definitely see myself fitting in there, and I think they have a great culture and they're building something special.
For sure. No, Memphis already know how they get down being a UCF Knight. I've seen them over the years. For sure, respect that program. They maybe can make a jump, you know what I'm saying, to the P4 here soon. So Arkansas State, man, I've been out there personally. Facilities are crazy, man. They match some of the top schools around here. It's beautiful out there. Just talk about Arkansas State, man. What coach have you been able to, build a relationship with? How do you see the facilities or not? And how do you see yourself fitting into that program?
Yes, sir. The guy I've kind of been close to is Coach Grimes, the tight end coach there. The facilities, like you said, are unreal. They're beautiful. I mean, their players' lounge is yes. They got the basketball hoop and everything like that in there, so that's pretty cool. And then I would say I have a good relationship with Coach Butch Jones there. He has a great resume. He's been to a lot of high end places, so he has a lot of connections. So yeah, I would say he's a big time coach.
Yeah. And we'll transition here to Delaware since you mentioned those guys. They've been showing you a lot of love. A little ways from home, but they got to be doing something right to be in this top three little we have right here. But just talk about Delaware, man. Have you ever been able to go out there yet? What coaches have you talked to and built a relationship with, and how are they talking about using you in their program?
Yes, sir. It's the tight end coach there for me too, Coach Garrett Smith. He's an awesome guy. And then the guy that kind of recruited me and kind of was actually kind of the first to really offer me and come and see me in person was Coach Link, the recruiting guy there. He's an awesome guy. And I haven't been up there, but I actually just scheduled my official visit to get up there. So I'll be taking official there.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and there you have with that top little three right there. But I want to give him an opportunity to kind of throw in any other out-of-state schools before I ask him about some in-state schools. Any other out-of-state schools you want to give some love to that's been kind of showing you some love that you got a relationship with?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I would say Georgia Southern I talked to some. I even talked to West Virginia, their tight ends coach, a little bit. I have a good relationship with him. I went to a junior day in the past there as well, so I know him from that. He's a really awesome. And yes, sir, I would say those two as far as that.
Okay. And let me ask you about some of these in-state schools, man. A lot of offers on that offer list, but I don't think I've seen any from a Florida school. It's really surprising how some of these schools aren't eating in their own backyard. But you mentioned the USF Bulls, you know what I mean, with Coach. That coaching staff is kind of building the culture in the Tampa area. How do you feel about the USF Bulls, man? Could you see yourself fitting into that program? Have you had a chance to speak with any of their coaches and build guys over there?
Yes, sir. I would definitely say, actually, I've been talking to them probably the longest. They kind of jumped on me early. So I have a relationship with them. Coach Taylor there. They kind of have their tight end commit, so it's kind of a addition with them. But I definitely have a solid relationship, and I really like what Coach Golish is building, and I love his high tempo offense. Sure.
Yeah, and let's say 1,000+ yard season, 15, 20 touchdowns this season. Any offers from the big three, big four that you would like to get? Some of these Florida states, Miami's, Florida's, UCF's. Who's a Florida school you would like to take a look at if you had a big time season this year?
Yes, sir. UCF probably Coach Blackman, the tight end coach there. He actually came and see me. So I kind of get to know him. He's an awesome guy. So UCF and USF probably for me. And then also I talked to FIU some too, but probably those two schools.
Yeah. Okay. No, definitely can see them kind of rolling out that red carpet for you. I know you said USF has a tight end commit now, but man, who couldn't take another one? You know what I mean? Especially a high school guy that's not a transfer portal kid, someone that can grow in their program. Man, if you have a big time season this year, I wouldn't see why some of these schools wouldn't be throwing the red carpet out for you. Man, there goes the recruitment talk. Definitely, I have my boy on again. It's early in the spring. Any visits you're taking this summer? Do you have any visits lined up, or do you have any camp visits you have lined up that you want to talk about really quick?
Yes, sir. So I'll be going on a bus tour.
Okay.
and I'll be going to Auburn, Alabama, LSU, to name a few. So I'm looking forward to that, camping at Alabama. So
Yeah, there you go. Hey, man, my boy still has this season to get some eyes on this game. In my opinion, he's still a hidden gem in that Central Florida area that hasn't necessarily took off to his possibility yet, even though he's getting such a lot of love right now for some of these D1 schools. But I appreciate that, Jonathan. We're going to wrap up the recruitment talk. As I said, I'll have you on it again, and we'll kind of update the people with some of those big-time offers you're going to pick up here this summer, right? Yeah, so as he said it, man, like my boy said, Memphis, Arkansas State, and Delaware is showing him a lot of love right now. USF will be a good pickup for him, and UCF as well. Coach Gus Malzahn, I know he likes to run that RPO, can put my boy out in the flex position, use his size and his receiving abilities to kind of get that offense going. So we'll transition here to a little spring ball talk. I don't want to bore you guys too much with you know I'll go on and on. But the Village is started, man. A little rough season last year, 4-6. But it's okay, something to build on. Like I said, you guys got some beautiful facilities out there. We had a DR7 camp out there. It's amazing. That's just like a smaller IMG to me, man. It's crazy. But man, how you guys looking this spring? I know you guys got some practices in so far. How do you guys look, and how do you feel about the season so far?
yes, sir. For sure. Like you said, last year we struggled a little bit. We didn't have the most talent, but I'd say we had kind of a gritty group that continued to work, and we probably won some games that we shouldn't have. But this year we picked up some new guys, so we're looking pretty good. I would say we're gonna have a much better year this year. We're working hard, and we're really looking forward to our spring game this Friday.
Yeah, and for those that are watching, if you don't know, this kid has an interesting dynamic where he has his brother as the quarterback. I'll call them the Harding brothers right now. I don't know if that's been coined yet, but I'll coin it. I got the Harding. You know, just talk about that aspect of the game. Do you guys work together? I know it's kind of I don't know if many people have that relationship where they have their brother as their quarterback. How often do you guys get to work together and just talk about your chemistry off and on the field?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're both pretty hard on each other. So always pushing each other to be better and whatnot. And if he doesn't throw me the ball, he's gonna hear it in the huddle. So I tell him if he sees me one-on-one matchup, just give me the ball, trust me. And he does a pretty good job at that. And he knows where to put the ball. He knows where I like it, and I'm vocal about that. I let him know. And he's a great quarterback. We have a great connection, and we work our butt off. So it's gonna translate for sure.
Yeah. And man, let's talk about what's a personal goal for you this season, man. I know you got some work in last year at that tight end position, but what's a personal goal for you for this year, man? I know do you want to do some spectacular tight end, some touchdown things, or some receiving yards? Like what's the goal for you, man?
Yeah. I would definitely say some more touchdowns this year.
Yeah.
A little bit of the speed and pass catching ability. I was in the 10 to 15 zone.
Okay.
And up the around the 1,000 receiving zone.
Y'all heard it. My boy said he wants around 1,000 receiving yards and in that 10 to 15 touchdown range where he's going to kill some of y'all in the red zone and rack up some touchdowns for sure. Y'all better look out. Nah, but for sure, we'll wrap up the spring ball talk. I don't want to go on and on about that. It's still early in the spring. You guys still got summer before you prepare for the fall. But for sure, we wrapped up some recruitment talk. We talked some spring ball, and you guys that watch, you know we got Drew's Fast Five now, right? So, Jonathan, we're going to have a little fun here. I'll throw out 5 questions for you, and you just answer as quick as possible. Just a little fun little segment for the people.
All right.
So we'll start off here. What's your favorite football player of all time? Or who's your favorite football player of all time?
Tim Tebow, for sure. Big leader. I always look up to him.
Oh, we might got a hidden gator in it, you know what I mean, that we talking to. Okay, all right. Favorite pregame song?
Oh, man. I'll put on some slow worship from Brandon Lake, kind of a switch up.
Ooh.
I'll put on some praise by Elevation Worship.
Man, y'all, come on, man. That's that Villages in them, you feel me? I love it, baby. Let's go. A physical guy, I can put that on. Y'all better watch out. All right, best post-game meal. Best post-game meal.
Just some simple hot dog and cheeseburgers. That's what we get, and it tastes great.
Okay. Hey, my boy keep it nice and simple. He might have been to some baseball games early on in his life. Favorite movie or TV show?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I would
Uh,
say Greater, the
okay.
movie on the Arkansas O lineman.
Oh, let me put that one in. Okay. Greater. Ooh. Okay. Do you have a favorite TV show or not? Nah? We gonna keep it with the movie.
TV show. Yeah, I just keep it with the movie.
Okay, okay. I know SpongeBob. No, we ain't gonna we ain't
I
gonna embarrass him or nothing like that.
top my head.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, let me get this last one, brother. Last one. What's
Mhm.
your best skill on the football field?
Um, that dog mentality. I'm gonna go with
Ooh, ooh, that we're gonna keep it like that dog mentality. A
yes,
lot of
sir.
y'all say y'all dogs, but a lot of y'all not dogs. You know what I mean? I done seen more boys just throw it up. It's head top mentality over here.
Yes, sir.
Man, let me also all right, yeah, really quick, man. Let me get you out of here, my boy. Like I said, definitely want to have him on the show again. Just wanted to help my boy with some exposure. He's been getting some a lot of love from these D1 colleges, like I said. Jonathan, really quick, man. I'm gonna have you close out. I just want you to, give back to some of the people that's been giving you love, whether that's your parents, your
Mm.
teachers, your bro, your trainers, man. Just show some of those people some love that's poured into your journey.
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely my dad and mom. My dad's always been there. He's always, if I think, hey, can I go to this training or whatnot, he's always going to support me. He's always going to try to help me out. And then my mom, she's my biggest supporter. She's always hyped me up, so I appreciate her. And then the fam, the bros, all the fam for me, all my brothers, they've always been there. They've always pushed me. And then, yeah, and I would say my coaches back at the Villages, Coach Pettis, great role model for me. And then Coach Isaac Charles in the weight room always pushed me to get better. So I'll shout out those guys.
Man, such a well-spoken young man, but I gotta double back. He said brothers, man. We got more Hardings? Do we gotta watch out for more Hardings or what, man? Just talk really quick. Talk about your background real quick. Did your dad play ball? Just talk about how your background and how you grew up playing football, man.
Yes, sir. My dad never played ball, but he's always was a big football guy. So he knew when he has kids, he was gonna
Yeah,
young in the Pop Warner and whatnot. So he's always raised.
yeah,
And then I'm actually one of 5 brothers. So we got a big bunch.
yeah. Are you youngest or what? Are they older? Are they already play ball, or do we got to look out for some more some young Hardings?
Yes, sir. A lot of them are older, so I got
Okay,
3 and then one below.
okay. Yeah, and that's the quarterback, right?
Yes, sir. The quarterback.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay. Hey, man, well-spoken young man. Really wanted to have this kid on. Our other scout for DR7 in the platform, Mark Henry out there in Texas, he did a spotlight on this kid a few months ago when he was just blowing up. We definitely wanted to have him back on the show and give him some love. We'll have him back on again. Smart kid as well. I think he has a 3.9 GPA, so the future's bright for him, right? Mentioned again, he's a 6'4", 225-pound prospect with a track background. Definitely a receiving guy that you can put out there on the outside. He'll dominate with some head top catches. Man, really appreciate you for coming on. Keep killing it this spring. Looking forward to see what you can do in the summer. You said you'll be going to some of those big time Power 4 schools. So looking forward to see you pick up some of those offers and
Yeah.
having you back on. So thank you, Jonathan. I want you to stay on. For the people that's watching, make sure you follow my guy's Twitter. Make sure you're supporting him as well. He's posting constantly. Make sure you're following our Twitter as well. And we'll be looking forward to our next episode. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes, sir.